viewers, this is still Enterprise, a morning on Enterprise TV, and now to our main conversation for today. The Edo State House of Assembly has asked its clerk, Yahaya Omogbe, to serve a Deputy Governor, Philip Shaibu, with an impeachment notice. During the plenary on Wednesday, the majority leader of the House announced the petition, which was signed by 21 out of 24 members of the Assembly, was anchored on two grounds of perjury and revealing of government secrets. The Speaker said Shaibu has 7 days to respond to the impeachment notice. The Deputy Governor, Philip Shaibu, who had been receiving impeachment threats over his bid to contest in the governorship primary election of the People's Democratic Party, said he would not be deterred as contesting the Edo governorship election is his constitutional right. With me still in the studios to talk about these and more is Barrister Evans Ufel. He is a barrister, a law and also public affairs analyst. Thank you so very much, sir, for hanging around with us.
My pleasure.
Yeah. So let's talk about this issue. It's been an ongoing thing between Obaseki and Philip Shaibu. And the first question I'd love to ask is, if there was this trust issue, why do you think Obaseki accepted Shaibu to be his deputy, if maybe they knew that this would occur?
No, Baseki and Shaibu have always had a very good relationship. I mean, before,
in the first 4 years.
Yes, even in the second 4 years, they've always had good relationship up until when Shaibu's ambitions set in. Okay? Now, what is going on in Edo State now is an abuse of the powers of the State House of Assembly and democracy in general. A complete abuse.
From who?
Yes, from the House of Assembly of that state. Now, you see, impeachment is when there is gross misconduct.
Okay.
Okay? The law says section 188, subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution amended, empowers the State House of Assembly to commence an impeachment proceeding against the governor or deputy governor when there is a gross misconduct in their own opinion.
In the opinion of the State Assembly.
Of the State House of Assembly.
So what is the line? What is the divide? Gross misconduct. The governor has come to say that Obaseki wants to take away his seat from him. Obaseki has gone to, Shaibu has gone to, conducting an election of the PDP. Isn't that enough gross misconduct?
The PDP conducted primaries, okay, for the next election.
Yes.
Because, in Edo, you have off-cycle election. And Shaibu had declared his interest, okay, to be in that race, and had contested election. How be it that the primaries turned down that they now produced 2 candidates, Aswe Godalo and Shaibu.
Yes.
Now, the State House of Assembly woke up from another side of the bed, and they are now saying that there is an issue of perjury, forgery, and that in leaked government secrets. The government secret leak was not explained. Okay? And as a result of that, they are going to commence an impeachment proceeding against him. Now, commencing an impeachment proceeding is not anybody. You can commence impeachment proceeding against anybody. Mind you, before now, when Shaibu got a wind of the information that he will be impeached or he may be impeached, he went to court to restrain the National Assembly and whoever in the executive from impeaching him. Later, he reconciled with the governor and went to pull out, withdraw the suit. You understand? Now, the House of Assembly have come in clear terms and have served him a notice. Under the law, when you want to impeach a deputy governor or a governor, the first thing you do is to serve a notice, which you've done.
Which you've done.
Now, within 7 days, the person so served the notice will respond. He need not even respond. If you respond, fine. If you don't respond, fine. Then the next thing they will do is that the House will come together and by a motion of vote, they will decide whether they want to investigate that or not.
Okay.
If they agree, they have the number. Okay, I mean, the notice is usually 1/3. If 1/3 of the House member agree, they serve a notice. When they want to vote for whether they should investigate it or not, 1/3. Okay? Now, once they agree, then the National Assembly will have to call on
The State Assembly.
the State Assembly will set up a panel, and the persons in that panel, a 7-man panel, and the person in that panel must not be politicians or whoever, maybe retired justices or whatever it is. They'll set up that 7-man panel to investigate the matter, whether a prima facie case has been established. So once they look at it, if they say that from what the State House of Assembly have done, there's no prima facie case, the impeachment fails at that level.
Okay.
Fails there. But if they decide that, okay, there's a case, he has a case to answer, then he will appear before them either by himself or with a legal practitioner of his choice to go make the defense. You understand? So the law says that after that, within 3 months, the committee, in 90 days, the committee will decide whether or not the allegations against him were true or false. Okay? So if the allegations against him was false, the report will say so, and the impeachment proceeding will end there. But if the proceedings turn out that truly he leaked government secret and that he has been involved in perjury or forgery or whatever it is, then the process continues. At that level, he's already subjected to the impeachment. You understand? And thereon, he will be removed from office. Okay?
So all of this, what is the duration we're talking about? Because you've said so lot.
Yes, we're talking about 90 days plus 7 days.
90 days plus 7 days.
Plus 7 days.
Now, understanding the way our politicians work, do you think it's possible for them to reduce that and have an executive order?
They cannot reduce. They cannot. You cannot use executive order to amend the constitution. That is why Buhari executive order that the federal government should pay money directly to the local government did not work. You know why? By section 162 of the 1999 constitution, there is a procedure, okay, where the local government's account, consolidated account, is merged up with that of the state. So Buhari now use executive order to say, separate it, give local government their own, give state their own. The governor, led by Fayemi, all went to court. The court ruled that the president cannot, by his own pronouncement or an executive order whatsoever, amend the constitution. If you want to amend the constitution, you go to the National Assembly for constitutional review. That was how the president lost the battle. You understand? So what you're saying now cannot work because they cannot shrink that time stated by law. The letters of the law is sacred. When the constitution have made a pronouncement, it's just that Nigeria is a failing country. The letters of that's why the law is the highest reasoning embedded by nature, which permits what should be done and forbids the contrary.
But can be altered by nation states if they so do.
By amendment of the National Assembly. You know why the National Assembly must join forces? Because the National Assembly is a conglomeration of all of us. You know, you have your representative there.
True.
So his contribution there is your contribution in the amendment process. So that 3 months is sacrosanct. Okay? In law, we'll say that 3 months cannot be elongated, cannot be shrink. It's like the rock of Gibraltar that cannot be moved. Pa Oguntade in Celestino versus PDP. You cannot move it. So you must expend it. And if you count from, this is March. If you count from March to April, May, okay? By May, you already have how many months to the election?
To the elections.
The election is November, right?
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it's able to wriggle out from it. If truly, but I think this whole impeachment, whatever, is politically orchestrated. We are unable to separate governance from politics. The House of Assembly, by its own volition, should be able to rise up one day and say, you know what, Shaibu, you did this, this, and this. On that ground, you are facing impeachment. Not being orchestrated by the interest because the governor is involved and because you want to please the governor because they have been giving money or something.
But
then
Barrister,
you wake up from one long sleep and want to impeach.
But Barrister, you would agree with me that Shaibu has said a lot. He's been to several media stations. He has said a lot about the state government. He has said a lot about Obaseki. He has revealed lots of secret, even investments. He wants to say that the state governor has no business in investing in tourism. Why should the state governor deliberately invest in building malls? These are classified information that he revealed to the open domain. And I'm asking, isn't this enough gross misconduct on the part of Shaibu?
The panel will decide whether those allegations amounts to gross misconduct.
Oh, okay.
You understand? So that panel will do the work. You see, because, and you know, it's an independent panel.
Yeah.
And you know, nothing is independent in Nigeria. The more you bring out money, everybody becomes useless. That's another problem that Shaibu is going to face. Except people of real integrity. Because the Constitution says that you must get people of integrity who have no political affiliations, who are not politicians, who will sit and decide whether or not whatever he has done amounts to. You see, what is haunting Shaibu is his ambition.
Exactly, because I actually wanted to go into that a bit. Let's for a minute leave the Constitution aside. Now let's take a look at character. And you did say looking at people of integrity. Now let's take a look at character. The governor is coming from a particular region in the state. The governor before Obaseki equally is coming from the same region. Shaibu himself is equally coming from the same region. And what they're saying is, let's have a fair share. Let other people from other regions equally have the opportunity of governing the state. But Shaibu is desperate about that. Tell me, isn't that enough reason not to have him contest in the coming election? Knowing, of course, that it is his constitutional rights.
You know, it's not enough reason to stop him from...
Even if there's an agreement.
It's not but the current president, Tinubu, didn't the APC have an agreement?
To zone to the south.
Yes.
Of course, it went to the south.
Which south?
The southwest.
Is it who before now? Is it the southwest that's supposed to go there? Didn't they have a discussion and a conversation that power should go to the southeast?
Really?
And you overstepped it. You overstepped it now. So listen, it is the populace that will decide. You may have all those agreements, but if somebody shakes off himself and says, I don't want to go by that, I want the people to decide whether I should be there or not. It is the populace that will determine. And under Nigerian politics, the populace and your ability to rig the system down. That is what will play out here. So, because those agreements are in the party constitution, they are not in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So, which means anyone can work against the agreement in the party constitution.
Section 1, subsection 3 of the 1999 Constitution says, 1 subsection 1 says this constitution is supreme. Its provision shall have a binding force on all persons and authority throughout the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Section 1 subsection 3 says, if any law is inconsistent with this constitution shall prevail, and that other law to the extent of its inconsistency shall be void. So if you have a party constitution that talks about zoning, and you have the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that says that once you're of age, once you're a Nigerian, once you have WAEC or anything that look like WAEC, including NEPA bill, you can, that thought cannot override that template that's there now. No law in the country can override it.
I understand this, but I'm just asking, I'm curious about this. If those in authority understand what you just stated now, how that the constitution of the nation overrides every other one, then why do you think these people come together to have an agreement?
Politics is negotiation. Politics is not 100% law. It's negotiation, it's a compromise. It's a, you know that Pastor Ize Yamu, the strongest among the contestants, the person who should be the strongest, You know, he stepped down.
True.
He stepped down. They must have had a very, very deep conversation as to what he will be if he stepped down. And he must have considered everything. His followers factored into it and all that. You know, he was the one who contested keenly with in the last election now.
Yeah.
You understand? The APC candidate of the last election. So we should look at it in a way that is objective enough. That if a person has pulled out, in several locations we've had that. Even under the PDP, when Yar'Adua died, you understand? And the North have not done their 8 years. A lot of people came out and said that Jonathan should not contest. You understand? But he contested. And he got there. Could not return again. But, you know, that so all those agreements can be there, but they are not constitutional provisions of law.
Casted in stone. All right. So finally, if I would love to ask this: if Shaibu is your client, what do you think would be the best advice for him now, knowing that number one, his faction of the PDP is not constitutionally, according to the party, registered, accepted? What will be your best advice, your legal advice to him?
When you advise politicians, your advice should be on the side of settlement out of court. Yes. Going back to the drawing board and make the necessary adjustments. If that works, fine. If that does not work, then you can stand by what the law is.
Which is
that he has the right to contest.
But right now, of course, the PDP has only accepted Iodalo and not him. So, which means his name will not be on the ballot box.
No, don't say that. He's going to court. You understand? So, it's the person that the court declared as the rightful nominee.
Really?
That is the name that that is the name that was sent by the party to INEC. The party have 90 days within which to send that name. So, if litigation starts now, and the litigation commences up until they get to finish all the layers of appeal. The court will not declare who's the rightful nominee.
Wow.
Who's now the candidate of the party, whose name should be sent to INEC. You understand? They don't put names. They don't put names on the ballot papers. It's a party and the party logo. The party's name and the party logo that is on the ballot paper. So they don't put names. So whatever it is, whoever the court declares, the party is not the court. The party does not have the constitutional power to choose someone when the other party is in court. They can choose, but if the other party is in court, the court will have to make a declaration before you can move forward.
Very true. All right, whichever way it swings, the most important thing the Edo people want is to have a leader that would work in accordance to the interest of the people. And what is the interest of the people? To ensure that there's efficiency in leadership, so Edo people can also breathe a sigh of relief. That's just about the time we have for our main conversation today. I'd love to say my very, very, very big thank you to Pastor Van Sufeli for being part of our show today. Thank you for the insight. It was really helpful. And for you watching, we'd love to say thank you so very much also for being part of our show today. Please do well to visit our website at www.enterprisetvnews.com. Like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. I am Henry Igwe. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.